Om Sai Ram. Jai Nityananda. My pranam to all Sai devotees. So, we are a Iyer family from Palghat at Kerala state. But my father, grandmother, they are settled in Bombay at Matunga. Once upon a time, they suffer more problem in that time, but they are more devotee of Swami Nityananda. But they follow the Sai Baba also, but they don't know where the Shirdi or something. Then they have gone for the Nityananda, asked their problem. The Nityananda told, go to the Shirdi and serve the devotees. So my parents, Mr. Swami Iyer and my mother, the both wasn't there. So they are puzzled how I to go to Shirdi, what I will do in Shirdi. I don't know ABCD of the Shirdi. Where is the Shirdi? I am a devotee of Baba, but I don't know where the Shirdi and how do I want to go there. So Nityananda Swami not utter single words. Half an hour they were there only, but they have not uttered a single word. Then they want to ask again and again. Then Nityananda Swami said, Jao yahan se. They are giving the lemon juice to my father and mother and they gone away. After some times, they come to Shirdi, asked person, they come to Kopargaon. Then Kopargaon to Shirdi, it is a tedious journey in that time. No any facility, no nothing. Only bullock cart, they want to come. They get on Kopargaon, they have taken the bullock cart to up to Godavari Nadi. The Godavari is fully water and they want to come with a boat to some second part of that side. So then sometimes they want to walk little bit, then again the bullock cart come to the Shirdi. And Shirdi, when they come to Shirdi, there's small village or jungle on every side. Nothing is there. The temple is so big. So my father said, what I will do in this place? I don't know anything and we are suffering more and more. What can do? In that time, nearby temple, one of the gentlemen from the local village, he told to my father, come here and stay in my place and do what you like and stay here only. That is actually, they are putting the cow and everything in that same place. The same place they come here and that is the south side of the temple in that side. And they stay there and they slowly they come to the Shirdi and they're making their bread and butter from there only. So after some times they started small thing to do for the devotees, make a rice like that and they serve the devotees and slowly they started. And they always they were going for the Baba Darshan day and night and they put the Rangoli in each and every temple. Then once upon what happened, they give the hot water from our this thing, chula was there, wooden chula. So the temple they having the boiler, copper boiler. There is not sufficient for water them. That's why they asked to our people to Swami, you bring your water from here and give to us. So they are given so many days it's going on like that only, sir. After this thing, my mother neglected one time. The same time the Baba asked my mother the dream, तुमको ठंडी लग रहा है मुझे ठंड नहीं लग रहा है क्या क्यों पानी नहीं दिया mother Babri, what Baba is asking, this is a dream only, leave it there. The same time the Sansthan officers called my daddy and mummy. They asked to my mummy, हमारा पानी हो या न हो आपका गर्म पानी यहाँ से चालू रखो तो जितना भी होगा आपका वो पानी चालू रखना चाहिए. My father told, oh yes, definitely we'll go in this thing. And that day onward, still the hot water is given to the Baba. So that time they need more and more water. Now they make a make everything is control of the water, because due to the preserve the Baba statue and Samadhi. Then uh, still the water is going on due to the climate. Suppose warm water, sometimes very hot, and they will mix the cold water from there, and there is a well. After the backside of the Samadhi, there's a big well, and they bring the cold water from there, and they're mixing with you this hot water. Like that is going on. The still onwards, the Baba given the one seva. It is not any propaganda or any these things. It is only our family got the good opportunity from the Baba's these things. The still is going on, the hot water to Baba's this thing is a day by day. The same thing, my family, suppose I'm not here, one of my family, they will go, myself, my son, my wife, everybody they will allowed inside after the arti. You put a water, while they were coming, we take the Baba's holy water, the tirtham. To, and if when somebody asks, I will give to them also as a Baba's tirtham. I'm getting at 1:30, then making small puja at my home, Baba, these things, and then I go to the Dwarka Mai, take the Baba darshan. Baba's this thing, Sheila is there, take darshan, and the time Dwarka Mai totally close. But I'm never bother of close or anything. There's a more powerful this place. I go to this thing, 2 minutes, I take a darshan from Baba's Dwarka Mai, come to my restaurant, I start my routine to serve for devotee for this thing, bread butter. So the morning onwards, the 3 o'clock onwards, up to 4:30, I will be in the restaurant to take performing all the foods and everything. Then 4:30, when the Aarti start, Kakad Aarti, I go to the temple, and then after the Aarti, I go inside, put my hot water there. Then I took the Baba's holy water, Tirtham, to this thing. The while I coming, I did the Hanuman darshan, Chowdi darshan, then come to the restaurant. Any side devotees, I give all the Tirtham little bit each and everybody. Sometimes I getting more, sometimes nothing. But I'm not this thing. If I getting is a good, other also no. But still the routine is going on. Baba gave me the power like that, health power. Yeah, that's why I'm doing. Nothing is there. Only the pray for this Baba's all what's push me in this matter. That's why going on. See, one thing I'm telling you that the Baba's gel, this thing, means Baba Tirtham. It is a very, very powerful. I'm not making any propaganda or anything. It is a truly, it is a Tirtham. It is a more powerful, more medicine, more this thing. What you think, yeah, and they are getting the result also very goodly. One of these things, the same result I got it from my family. My missus suffered some blockages. So every doctor told, you want to make an operate. I'm like, okay. Second opinion, the same thing. And third, my daughter also asked somebody to took file. No, you want to take, the 3 blocks are there and you want to do it. Okay, we are making ready. We are planning for the money purpose. My daughter Kavita, my daughter Prema, and this thing also, everybody making the money to make a operate to my missus. In the meanwhile, one of the Sausthan staff, Mr. Bagwe, he told me, Baba, you take one more chance, come to our hospital, ask our doctor, bring the file and patient also, we'll take one more opportunity. Okay, then we want to operate, that is a sure, correct. The one day night, 9 o'clock he called me there. My missus, the hospital file and myself gone there. That time the doctor was so busy and doctor making an operation in operation theatre. And this Bhagway took me to the operation theatre. And doctor, all this file, there with some cassettes, everything is there. Nothing is there. Why going for the operation everything? No, no, no. You take this medicine and go then further after 5 to 6 months we'll see what is happened. There is, but I'm thinking there is no necessity to take such an urgent operation or anything. Go for this thing. Why this doctor is such a telling this way? I want more specialist. They were telling me such a way, and this doctor is telling another these things. So my mind is not these things. Then also I'm preferring. No, anyhow, this doctor is from Saiba Sausthan's hospital. This Baba's hospital. So what he told, we want to follow him. So I told my daughter and everything, but such and such happened. We have gone there. He given such a result. So in the meanwhile, we stop this operation. We take one more chance like that. If any suffered, we take it operation also. But still onwards, there is no any operation or nothing. She is better. Only the dialysis is going on. There is nothing here. But what we are thinking, the blockage, nothing is there. It is to the only the Baba's jal. Yeah, that means tirtham. So that's why this powerful. And the same thing, one person come from the London or something. I don't know exact place now. He asked me the Baba's tirtham. I given him. So his father suffering the cancer. And he told me, I don't want to go to this thing. I take this thing. He's a more last stage, he suffer. So please give me. I give the tirtham. He said, Amula, you take this thing, Baba's pray, give to him. How I want to give? Amula, mix with your water and give to him. If the water is then off, then again you mix the water and continue like that. That is the, yeah. And after some time, he brings his father in his Shirdi. He told, he is my father. He was so serious in that time. They are from London, I am something, yeah. And I don't know any place. He had told me the place also, I do not remember that. So we took these things, Samadhi Mandir, myself, himself. I told the temple in charge was there. Bola Baba is so cancer patient and he was so serious. Now he is better. Want to take a darshan. Yes, he was so happy. Even that he done a Annadanam in that day. But I want to do the Annadanam. This is favor for me. Do this thing. Bola, see, it is not these things. Annadanam, it is your choice, not in my choice. Annadanam doing for yourself. No, I want to do the Annadanam. That's why. And still, yes, yeah. And again they come to Shirdi. They are doing the same thing. So many devotees are such a this thing. There are so many experiences are there. I can't explain each and everything. Each and every person, I told you take this Baba Jal and you take what is the result, tell to the Baba, not for me. We are doing restaurant business and South Indian restaurant. In that my father started the small this thing, some idli, vada like that, and the afternoon the meals that time. That time my father start to take a 5% early morning the tea, free tea. Who may be. Then 12 o'clock the food, 11%. It is my father's moral duty. Then after that, if somebody devotee give me the money, he go for this Annadanam. this going on. Sometime they give him the money and telling the Thursday you want to do the Annadanam. Swami, you take this money. Yes, I will take. So that such a way is going on. So while the Annadanam, you see, once upon a time, we are getting some bad patch in Shirdi in that time. So there is no restaurant or nothing. Some irrigation was there. So my father at the home they started some light, this thing small one, and that time we are suffered, and we got no any money to this thing. We want to go to Ahmednagar for some case, but no single money. Nobody want to give to us. So this is a small village. Why? If anybody asks, no, we got no any money. So in the same times, one of the gentlemen from the Bombay, Mr. Uh, uh, what's called, one of the Sai devotee from the Matunga, he came to this place. He asked everybody, where is the Swami? Where is the Swami hotel? He is no here, Swami is gone, nobody is here. But one of the, this thing, small, what's called, one of beggar, he was sitting that and he asked that man, whom do you want? Swami. I will take to his house. That person took him to my father's place. My father is there, myself. So he told, Are Swami, kya ho gaya? This happened, there is no restaurant to us. This is my going on. So don't worry, you do one person per day, you take this money to you. And he in that time, if you're not believing, that time he gave 3 to 4,000. It's a 4,000, it is it's a lakhs of rupee for us, lakhs like that. So one person we want to do, such a way we are doing the Annadanam. Then we got the places, the same place we got it, and still the Annadanam going in that time, today also going, but that time there is no any trust or anything. One of the gentlemen from the Chennai, Mr. Jagadishan, he told, you are doing such a Annadanam, is a good, popular, so do one thing, go for proper. It's not you are doing the taking money, you are doing, that is okay. But we know you are trusting you this thing. But so many devotees want to do Annadanam in go for the proper way. You make a family trust. Then you this thing, you put in this thing, some amount like that. Then he already told me the such a way. Then we start make a family trust. And after that trust, we have so many times I have gone to the office, but I have not got any trust certificate or anything. One day, after 6 to 7 months, I got one letter. I opened that letter. That is my this thing, registration certificate. And that also, luckily, I got the E786. But I am not value of this seven. What is 786? One of the side devotee asked me, you know this 786, what is it? No. The registration number. No, 786, it is a proper for Allah Ishwar. Then luckily you got it. So, okay, the Sabka Malik Ek. So, see, we are a higher, we have got in 786, E for Ishwar. So, he explained me that way, and that is, so I am more proud of this number. I'm like, how can I got it? I don't know. After this is this way, Mr. Advocate Chowdhury, he also so many times he tried for my registration, and that man, we have got the good result of that. And this, the proper Annadanam is going on more and more. Every Ram Navami, Dasra, Guru Purnima, Nihari, Datta Jayanti, that day, the festival is there. There's a mass Annadanam. It is, if you're not believing, it's going on more and more in 10,000 also. It is a more prouder, it is the grace of Baba. See, once upon a time, we have suffered lot financial problem. Even my family is so big, so everybody studies, marriages, each and everything. My father suffered. That time my mother's gone in 1974. My father's gone 1988. So in the meanwhile, after my mother passing, my father take more difficulty in that way. He, yeah, he suffered also more. And that time, once upon a time, very, very difficult. We got no single money in our hand. What we think? Though the same times, one of the devotee comes and he asks me, Swami, आपका फेस में कुछ इतना चार्मनेस नहीं रहता है, कुछ तकलीफ क्या है? फादर टेलिंग, नो बाबा, सम फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम, क्या करेगा, किसको बोलेगा, मैं क्या करेगा? नहीं, क्या चाहिए आपको, बोलो आप. सो यास्मीन सोचा बोला, नहीं कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं आपको, मैं हूँ इधर, आपका प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा करके. क्या किया मालूम नहीं उसने, बोला ये पैसा ये आपको रख देना, ये बैग में रखा था, दे दिया, पिताजी के हाथ में दिया, बोले ये रखो, कुछ भी इसमें आपको करो, हमको रिटर्न भी नहीं चाहिए, ये रख देना. तो पिताजी बोला नहीं हमको ऐसा ये नहीं चाहिए प्लीज़. नहीं बोला, कौन बोला तुमको पैसा मांगता है? देखो पिताजी को ज़रा ईगो था, कैसा मैं इनसे पैसा मांगूँ और मैं कैसा पैसा ले लूँ इनको. सो वो रिफ्यूज टू टेक द कैश, बट इन आई विल कीप एंड आई विल गो इट. वो पैसा कैश के ऊपर रख के निकल गए. निकल जाने के बाद पैसा देगा तो उसमें कम से कम 50-60 हज़ार रुपया कुछ था. बोला ऐसा, भाई इतना पैसा मैं क्या करूं? बोला ऐसा, जो मेरा प्रॉब्लम तो 8-10 हज़ार का प्रॉब्लम है, इतना तो बहुत रख के गया, क्या करेगा? बोला. सो ये जो सिचुएशन है ये बहुत ही सोचना सरीका है. हम लोग सब रोया पैसा आने के बाद. क्यों? इट्स नॉट जोक. एक टाइम खाने के लिए हमको इतना तकलीफ था, कुछ नहीं था. बाबा आपने क्यों हमको ऐसा बर्डन दिया, क्यों ऐसा सफ़र किया, क्या हम लोग ने आपको तकलीफ दिया? तो ये जो बहुत ही इमोशनल सिचुएशन था, उसमें ये जो आया इतना बड़ा पैसा, उसके भी आनंद में भी मुझे ये हो गया, रोना आया. दुख में तो रोना आ ही है, मगर आने के बाद सुख में इतना रोना आया. हम लोग सब रोया, पिताजी से लेके कि कौन डिवोटी था, ये क्यों पैसा रख के गया, उसको क्या संबंध था, अपन उसको पूछा नहीं, क्या किया? तो पिताजी क्या बोला, नहीं ऐसा बाबा. तो सब मंदिर के सब दरवाजे खुले थे, होटल के सामने भी खुला था. समाधि के ऊपर गया, बाबा के समाधि को टच किया, लेके आया, उंडी में कुछ पैसा भी डाला, बाबा आपने हमको दे दिया करके, मगर मैं उसको कैसा रिपेंड कैसा करूँ? बोला, मगर वो तो नहीं किया, किधर का मालूम नहीं है. तो ये जो सिचुएशन था ये बहुत ही मेरे लाइफ में वो दिस लास्ट डीप पॉइंट दैट उसके बाद जो चेंजेस चालू हो गया. आज भी डिफ़िकल्टी आ रहा है, मगर वो जो डिफ़िकल्टी था वो बहुत ही, ना खाना ना पैसा ना कुछ, कपड़ा सारू बाजू में ऐसा गया था, पूछो मत. दिवाली के दिन मेरे मदर एक्सपायर हो गए थे. दिवाली का दिन हमको माँ का श्राद्ध मनाने का, तो उसका सिचुएशन भी हम लोग के पास नहीं था. ऐसा सिचुएशन में हम लोग आए थे, मगर वो भी सिचुएशन कैसा पार किया बाबा कुमार. और जिस दिन मेरे माँ एक्सपायर हो गई तो दिवाली का पहले दिन उसने लाडू बनाया था, बच्चे लोग आने वाले सब घर में आएगा, तो रवा लाडू बना के 12 बजे कुछ सोया, और सुबह 4 बजे एक ही शिवरिंग अटैक आया, शी इज़ गॉन. तो अब मुझे इतना बड़ा हो गया, उसका फ्यूनरल के लिए जितना भी गरीब लोग, मैं भिखारी नहीं बोल सकता हूँ, गरीब लोग से लेके सब लोग ने इतना रश कभी नहीं देखा. इतने पब्लिक आए थे, इतने पब्लिक. अरे अब तो इतना छोटा सा आदमी, इतने पब्लिक कहाँ से आया, कहाँ से कितने कहाँ से समझ के आया. तो और मेरे अंकल आए तो बोला, अभी आपका फॉर्मेलिटी कैसा करने का है, साउथ इंडियन फॉर्मेलिटी करने का, तो इसको ये करना पड़ेगा. वो बोला नहीं, इन लोग ने इधर ज़िंदगी शिरडी में निकाला ना, शिरडी का तरफ से उनको करो, आपका जो फार्मूला हो आप चालू रखो, हमको कोई इसमें इतराज़ नहीं है करके. क्यों हम लोग कोई डिसीजन नहीं ले सकते था, ऐसा सिचुएशन में थे. तो ये जो माहौल था वो एक दिवाली मनाया गया, ऐसा बोलूँगा. एक साइड से दुख था, एक साइड से सुख आया. तो ये बाबा का लेफ्ट एंड राइट हर एक चीज़ में हमको देखने, कौन सा भी मैटर, अच्छा मैटर हो या बुरा मैटर हो, आता है ये, मगर वो रुकता नहीं है. वो एक पार्ट आएगा, दूसरा पार्ट चला जाएगा, मगर उसका उतना उसका ताकत भी होना चाहिए ना। खाली सफरिंग में भी अपने को क्या होता है, कौन सा आउट रोड ट्रैक होना नहीं चाहिए, ये मेन पार्ट रहता है। उसको वो जो अपने को स्टैमिना दे रहा है, वो स्टैमिना में ये पुटिंग दे, ये बाबा का बहुत बहुत बड़ा चमत्कार मैं बोलूँगा। और यही मेरे लिए लाइफ है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है। या एक टाइम शंकराचार्य जी ने जो कांचीपुरम के शंकराचार्य जी नासिक आए थे, मैं उनका दर्शन के लिए नासिक गया। तो नासिक जाने के बाद उनका रूटीन अमन नगर होके पूना जाने का था। तो कोपरगांव में आधा घंटा राम मंदिर में उनको फंक्शन था कोपरगांव में। तो कोपरगांव में आने वाला था, मैं बोला कोपरगांव और तो शिरडी में एक 5 मिनट रुक के चला जाइए, अब रुक कोपरगांव किधर है। उसने सब उनका आदमी को पूछा, बोला ऑन द वे है करके जाओ उधर, क्या ठीक है मैं आता हूँ। तो शिरडी में उनका मैं वेलकम करके आए। तो इन लोग समाधि पे नहीं जाते, उनका पर शंकराचार्य का एक ये रहता है, मुझे इतना बड़े लोग उन लोग महान। तो आए तो उन लोगों ने मंदिर का ये सब परिक्रमा किया और बोला मुझे संध्या करने का है। तो यहाँ शिरडी में वो संध्या किया, संस्थान ने एग्जीक्यूटिव रूम खोल के दिया उनको, उधर बैठ के क्या इसमें बैठ के तपश्चर्या करके उसने संध्या किया वहाँ। फिर उधर बात में निकला कि इधर कितना बरस से क्या कर रहे हैं आप, ऐसा बोला ऐसे किया है। तो बोला इधर से बाबा के लिए पानी, गर्म पानी का क्या मतलब होता है, गंगा जल है, गुलाब पानी है, दूध है, दही है, पंचामृत है, मगर गर्म पानी नहीं। बोला उसमें भी कुछ राज है। और एक अय्यर फैमिली को ये मिला, ये बहुत बड़ा प्राउड है। बोला आप लोग का ब्लेसिंग है, यही मुझे बहुत बड़ा है, आज तक ऐसा है हमारा फैमिली का ऊपर आपका बहुत ये करना चाहिए। नहीं बोला इट्स अ ग्रेट। हम बोला मैं और भी बोलूँगा ये कुछ भी आपका पूर्वानु इसका जो संबंध है ऋणानुबंध का ही है, नहीं तो नॉट ईजी। इतना उनका मुँह से सुन के मुझे बहुत बड़ा आशीर्वाद उनका भी मिला, यह करिए इससे। तो ये जो बात है, एक शिरडी में बैठ के, एक शिरडी ऐसा जगह है कौन नहीं आता ऐसा नहीं, कौन भी छोटा बड़ा एजुकेटेड जो कौन सा भी रैंक हो, कौन सा भी रेंज हो, सब बाबा का आके दर्शन करते हैं। और इसका एडवांटेज अपने को मिल रहा है कि उन लोग से अपना संबंध हो रहा है। जो आदमी से अपन बैठ नहीं सकता है, बोल नहीं सकता है, वो आदमी से अपन बात करता है। ये बाबा का एक महान, इसके वजह से मैं आपसे बात करता हूँ, नहीं तो मेरा आपके बैठने का कोई ही नहीं है। आप एक बड़े डिवोटी है, महान आदमी है, अब मैं एक छोटा सा एक होटल वाला हूँ। तो ये जो है ना एक गिफ्ट है, मैं बोलूँगा कि सो डिवोटी का मैं जो आज मुलाकात हो गया, सो इसका मीडिएटर तो बाबा ही है। तो बाबा के वजह से आज 4 जगह जाता हूँ, 4 जगह आता हूँ। और ये क्यों, एक बाबा ने एक फैमिली बना दिया हर एक आदमी को। और शिरडी का ऐसा चीज़ है, देखो सबसे बड़ा कौन सा भी इसमें देखा है, इसमें हाईली एजुकेटेड जितने भी हैं वो पहले बाबा का डिवोटी है। और क्यों, एजुकेटेड आदमी जल्दी भगवान को कुछ मानेगा नहीं, कुछ उनका जो अलग ही उनका वर्ल्ड अलग ही ऐसा है। जो साइंस वाला भी हो उसका अलग वर्ल्ड है, मगर इधर ऐसा कुछ नहीं। कोई भी आएगा तो बाबा का पहले बाबा का भक्त है। तो ये जो बाबा का एक लीला है, एक चमत्कारिक लीला, उसको मैं बता दूंगा। और मेरा एक्सपीरियंस में आज तक देखते आया हूँ, इस जो भी कितने भी बड़े होने दो, कितना भी मार्शल हो, कितने भी सुप्रीम जस्टिस हो या कोई भी हो, तो बाबा को आना ही चाहिए। यही बाबा का महान है, बाबा खींच के लेके आते हैं उसको। और ऐसे भी है, कभी कभी ऐसे भी शिरडी तक आते भी आप मंदिर नहीं जा सकते, ये भी है। और आओगा तो आपको मालूम भी नहीं, उठा के लेके आप मंदिर में आरती करके लेते हैं। ये जो है उसको जैसा मांगते ऐसा करते हैं। ऐसे भी मैंने देखा शिरडी आए हैं, वो मंदिर नहीं जा पाए, ऐसे का डिवोटी का ऐसे भी एक्सपीरियंस मुझे था। तो ये जो है एक महान कलाकार है, ओके, जो महान भक्त है और महान इससे उसके आशीर्वाद से हम लोग शिरडी में आपका भक्त लोग का सेवा करके जा रहा हूँ। और साई डिवोटी के पीछे हर एक साई डिवोटी का हमको आशीर्वाद है। ये आशीर्वाद से मुझे आगे भी रहना चाहिए, मुझे, मेरे फैमिली को, सबको रह के ये बाबा से मैं प्रार्थना करता हूँ। और जितना भी ज़िंदगी मेरा हो आराम से काट के, और मेरा जो होगा वो दिन मेरा मैं प्रणाम करके आराम वो है।